All right, let's get this party started. And we're waiting for a signal from the Batcave, as is tradition. Huzzah. Excelsior. And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Hump Day extravaganza here on the RSG as we do the Wednesday night stream, the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. I'm your man with the plan, Ranger J 1999. Welcome you guys in to episode 349. Man, we're almost at 350. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with us? Well, when we get to July, it'll be 400. But 350 will be pretty cool because it'll be like I can do the 350 joke. Hey, we can't get that close. It's not 350. Goddamn woman, I told him not to get that 350. Come on, give him 350. Get him out of here. So welcome to the stream. We are going to break down the latest and greatest Star Wars Galaxy Heroes news and notes and give you a little bit of insight of what it all means. I'm your host with the most, Ranger J 1999, and I'm hanging out in the all VIP voice chat. If you're a Patreon or VIP, you can come join us. We got a bunch of homies here hanging out with us. And welcome to the stream. We're going to break down the news, and then we're going to be doing some crazy stuff tonight. So the big thing is we're going to remod and get ready for the Reva mission. And we're going to do that first, and then we'll go into Conquest, but that's the priority, is to get that done. If I do anything today in this phase, it's just to do that. I won't do any other battles. If I can get this one and get Reva shards, I think the guild will be happy. And by them being happy, then they leave me alone. This is an interactive stream. Before I introduce everybody hanging out with me in VIP voice chat, give your greetings, say hi to me, say hi to all the skewers. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and this is an interactive stream, so if you have questions, put those into the chat, and make sure you put the word question for an actual statement. Last thing I'll say is if you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you can become a patron. You can come hang out with us while we're streaming in the all VIP voice chat. I hang out before the stream. During the stream, you come join us on these nights and Friday nights. So we'll have happy hour this Friday, so that'll be good. And other times, then you get your own channel. You can tag me anytime with any questions you have. You can go all the way up to the $50 tier, where not only do you get all the benefits of in the lore videos that we do early and other great content, you also support the channel, and you also get a remod session with. Think about becoming a $50 Patreon. Supports the channel, and if we get to $1,000 in Patreon, well, we will expand what we are doing. That's what we do here at RSG. That being said, let's say hi to hello to everybody in the chat. Keegan, What Else 23, Cashmere, Lord Megatron, The Goodest Ever, our boy Contingent. But some of them are hanging out with us in the actual VIP. We've got Carthrick, oh boy, here we go.
Woo!
I know. We were just talking about the Reva mission, like balls. Balls.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like difficult harder. It's just you have to try out like 10% more, but it's not like it's up against a wall.
That sounds like work. Damn it, Jim. All right. Also joining us, we got that Country Viking up there doing some of that Reva stuff up there. That BCM's here with us.
Yeah, all y'all.
Call everybody. We also have one of our longtime viewers and big supporters of the channel, Contingent 33, is hanging out with us.
Howdy, everyone.
Hello. Glad to have you here. We got Psychodrums, who's muted, but he's here. He's lurking. He's stronger. Gets him focus. And last but not least, we just recorded the latest review of the Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 10. And you can hear him on the lore video, along with Carthrick and the other. It's Big K's here. Cashmere's here.
Good evening.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, you know.
Okay.
That's about it.
Good talk. So get your
we
questions
try not
in.
to fill up the airwaves because it's Ranger shows.
Yeah. I mean, don't talk or conversate or anything. I wouldn't want that. Oh God. And then last but not least, I forgot, it'll be in the stream elements. If you'd like to throw a tip in the tip jar for the Ranger Shoey and Bourbon Fund, feel free. I just did Swevin Shoeys on Tuesday as we raised a lot of money for the GoFundMe for the Earth Rocker Fund. Let me go see where we're at. I didn't look where we're at on that real quick. If you'd like to support this, we're at $6,925, only $75 away from 7K. Oh God, what a number. But we know we lost Earth Rocker recently, so if you'd like to support that, I'll link the thing here for you guys. And if you'd like to donate toward the Earth Rocker GoFundMe page, I'll put it in here. Please get them the 7K. It helps the family with the funeral costs. Earth Rocker was a big part of the SWGOH community and love this game, love the community. Really good, great dude. And sadly, he lost his fight to cancer. So if you'd like to support that, hit the link, donate, and then we go. So there you go. We did that on, and that's why I did a lot of Chewies and worms on Tuesday. You missed that part. You missed all that fun, Contingent 33.
I know. I'm so upset.
A lot of Fosters and shit was drank that night, and I did a lot of bad things to myself. Anything else? I think that's all the stuff and things and stuff and other things. So let's rock and roll. I'm drinking some wild turkey tonight. We're gonna have some fun. So let's cover the news real quick. The big thing is, as you can see, we got an update today from three things. We got the update, we've got the new calendar out. I'm gonna take a quick look at it and tell you what's happening, and then Tusken Warrior's out. We're gonna not go through the kit, but we'll just talk about, everybody's had a chance to read it. We'll talk about what our thoughts on it and stuff, and then we'll rock and roll from there. So let's read the update, because it's now time for the news, brought to you by Capital Games. Huzzah! Excelsior! From our good friend Tusken Meathead, it says, "Hi, Hall Table Heroes." Oh, hey, Meat. What's going on, buddy? It says, read on to see the full list of changes. Well, I will do that. I feel like reading. News: TIE Defender is now available in fleet data cards, fleet packs, and shipments. That's good to know. You get the TIE Defender up and running. That's pretty cool. Tusken Warrior says, click me. You can learn all about that. We'll do that here momentarily. Bug fixes. We have Phasma's once again seizing the advantage, and we have fixed an issue where she did not make her allies immune to being critically hit while she was in the leader, and they had advantage given from an ally via their unique ability. Well, so Phasma got some love. Good. She got fixed. And then Sana got some fixes. She's leader ability description has been updated to better reflect the functionality. There you go. And then known issues: Boba Fett, Sign of Django, gains incorrect amount of momentum. I don't know. Seems like it's the right amount. Give him lots more momentum. He's not been a very good character, so let's give him all the help he can bloody well need.
It's a very fun mechanic to abuse right now inside of TB.
Yeah, it's quite delicious. Yes.
Watching him loop endless turns is awesome.
Mm-hmm. So Tusken Warrior says, click me. Let's do it. Tusken Warrior, fellas, homies, friends of the channel. We'll go to you, Karth, and we'll just go down the line. Overall thoughts: we got Tusken Warrior as we expected. He is coming to the game. Overall, I love the kit. I'll just give my 2 cents. I think the kit's great. It finally, it's now in. The Tuskens will be rounded out. It'll be much used in the new raid coming up. I've said it before. I'm skipping Tuskens. I'll farm them normally. I'm saving all my crystals for Cal Kestis. That's my bigger pool. I think that's going to be the more valuable character, especially for TV. And I've got all the other factions, which will be relicked and ready to rock and roll in the raid when it comes around here in the next couple of months. It looks great. I like the kit. Looks really awesome. Karth, you looked at the kit. What are your thoughts, my friend?
It's really solid. There's a lot of things that are going to kind of be interesting to see how they play out together, which we'll see tomorrow. My biggest issue that I want to get answered is just how consistently they keep that 10 stacks of momentum on there, because I'm thinking that the Tuskens might have some interesting things they can beat inside of 5v5 without like Omnis or anything looking like that with those characters, because of how those unresistible stuns will play out. So a lot of good potential there, a lot of fun, but right now, until the raid drops, I don't see any reason to run out and grab these characters today. I see a lot more interesting things on the horizon that I would rather chase. So
yeah,
like you, I'm getting them to, whatever, unlocked and sit in my roster and wait.
Yeah,
that's all they're doing.
BCM, you had a chance to look at the kit. What do you think?
I kind of like it. I'm not going to be able to use it, but yeah, I think the damage over time and the momentum stuff is pretty interesting. I see Darth Vader lead in the future.
Contingent, any thoughts? Are you going to spend on this character or not?
I'm going to yes. I'm going to get him for the shards, and I'll farm the gear up. slowly, but yeah, I always try to get at least the 5 stars to get um the bonus tier
Oh yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
the medal.
The Omi is the title and the
Yeah,
portrait.
yep. So I try to go at least that far. So
Okay. What about you, Big K?
Actually I like how Karth's like it's not worth wailing on. I'll probably only get her to Relic 5. Um, but no,
Jesus Christ.
she looks good. A needed character, but I'm kind of like BCM. It'll be she'll be great, but by the time I get to use her, we'll probably be in a new raid.
And Psycho, do you want to drop in on here on any of this stuff? Apparently not. Okay, Psycho's just lurking. Respect the lurk. All right, I need some more bourbon here. Yeah, it looks good. As I said, Tuskens. I mean, I like what they did with Chieftain. I like what they did with the Warrior here. It really does feel like the faction which was needed. And you can use Dad Bud Bubba Fett as part of the team and the homies, and it's going to be a really good team. I think it's got some potential, but it's not. You know, if I was to say, with the announcement of Cal Kestis, we all know who you should be going for right now. Like, round out Tusken or Cal Kestis. Let me think about that.
I mean, it's gonna be one of those things where
One of those things.
Sorry.
Yeah, and continue.
It's gonna be one of those things where they're gonna the new raid and Survivor Cal will drop roughly at the same time. So it's gonna be one of those things where you're gonna have to kind of pick and choose. Do you want the raid rewards or do you want the new character? Because I mean, for how many characters are going into Cal's event, there's at least 5. If they release their standard cadence of 2 of a marquee every 2 weeks, that's going to take us into that's going to be March and April and into May. Yeah. And we know for a fact that the next road ahead is in April, and then that'll be much closer to the release date of the raid. So my guess, if both of those drop in May, around maybe a particular Star Wars themed holiday, then you're going to have to choose what you're investing into. And that's just kind of what, that's what they do in this game in general, is they always put a linchpin of where do you want to put resources. Yeah. But I mean, my guess is that if you are relatively well invested in the other factions allowed in the Great Dragon Raid, missing out on these 2 won't be the end of the world. I would say finish Jabba, look at maybe doing something with one of their factions if you're close to something, but wait till the raid's out, wait till the details are there, and then, if you have to panic farm the Tuskens to get your 10% damage, then that'll be what it'll be. But I mean, I wouldn't run after it.
I'm not going to run after it because I'm going to have the Jawas, the Old Republic, the Mandos. I'm going to have Jabba, GL. I mean, if I can't do good damage with Jabba, then, I'm like, okay, it's just not my time. I just, I'm hoping Thermals can do some good work. Darth Elder, that's a name I've not heard since before you were born. Burn the girth version. Hello, Darth Elder. Glad to have you here, my friend. Well, yeah, Relic 10 is in the raid. I'm still sticking to my guns here, Nathaniel Morgan. I don't care what they throw in the raid. I just am not investing in the Tuskens. And if it means I get a little bit less rewards, I'll get it. And then eventually I'll farm up and then I'll do good work. And then, by that time they'll probably have moved on to another kind of raid that we have to use different characters and groups of characters on or something like that. So it's not that big a deal to me. As I said, if I can't do good work with the other teams, then, at High Relics, then I just don't give a shit. I mean, I'll do the best I can, but I mean, you have to prioritize, especially if you're going to be a low spender like I am these days. The decisions you have to make when you're poor. And that's the way it goes. So Cal Kestis really cranks my hog. I'm all about the hog cranking.
Well, and I'm excited for both iterations of it too, because it scratches 2 itches at the same time, which is we get an UFA version of him and a Jedi version of him, and I kind of like that because it gives us it gives us the opportunity to have 2 separate kits and not one kit trying to do both.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want another Kyle Katarn where it's like, hey, all my stuff that says Rebel Fighter, well, if you slap this Ami on, you get it for Jedi too. And I'm like, but you're gonna go with Momo, so why?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things where, like, I'm happy that they've already committed to the 2 iterations so that we can get 2 more complete kits focused on what those characters are about and not being stuck with one that does a half measure.
Great. Anybody else? Any final thoughts on Tusken Warrior? Because I've already moved on, but if you want to final interjections, feel free. Okay, moving on. We do have the March calendar. The daily logging character for March will be Second Swister, and the bonus logging character will be Ninth Sister. So they're really starting to help people out with the Inquisitors. That's nice. Everything else here is pretty much standard TV, TW, Grand Arena, Heroic Events, stuff like that, Fleet Mastery. It's pretty standardized. I didn't see anything in here. Of course, I'm an idiot, so if I miss something, I'm sure you'll let me know, but it looks pretty standard in the calendar. It's cool that the Inquisitors are popping now. It's been a year, and they're starting to push
highly likely this also signaling the return of
Grand Inquisitor.
Return of Grand Inquisitor.
Oh yeah, for sure. We already said he was coming back in March, so I'm still sticking.
Yeah, I mean, that was the idea that he would return at that junction. But yeah, that's what the assumption is now. Is that's what that's kind of giving a nod towards. The only thing that I will double back on with Tuskens real quick, because I want to, from what I've seen, what I'd like to include in that is I believe they made a slight nod either in one of the Q&As or something that Tuskens might be getting their own assault battle.
Oh, they already said they were. Remember in the original post in the
yeah.
So
okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So don't neglect them outright because you don't want Tuskens. They should be somewhere on your radar.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to be similar.
They said they're adding that into the Inquisitor one. I remember reading that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're adding it to the Inquisitor one, and so you could run either faction. Okay.
Oh,
well, if they do that, then that's fine because I mean, it won't impact me for anything. But yeah, if they end up doing that, that would be interesting. But yeah, again, it's one of those things where they're going to put Tuskens in a lot of places to basically ensure that we invest into them. So don't sit on it entirely, otherwise you'll wind up something similar to Grand Inquisitor, where everyone who didn't have their Inquisitors ready when that event dropped suffered dearly for waiting 6 months.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that from the Tuskens, but that we know that they're gonna push it with the galactic challenges and all that shit.
Yeah, challenges for
I'll
sure.
Just be like, nah, I'll take my.
Well, the first one starts next week.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm not investing, so I'm like, tier 9 box. I'm happy to have it.
But it's only 3. They're only requiring 3 on this pass, so you should have 2 of them at relics already.
Yes. So
it's just like get Shaman to gear 12 at the absolute worst of it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll deal with it when we deal with it. Neo Venus' Ranger, you only have one choice. Either invest in Tuskens or 7 Shoeys in a row. Shoeys of Mad Dog mixed with Foster. Someone better start donating some big giant money either in PayPal or on the goddamn stream. Because you want a Shoey? What do we think? The chat wants to talk all this shit. Okay. What do you guys think for a shoey? What would I have to get to do a shoey? I mean, I'm getting paid, man. Those things are fucking awful.
Tonight?
It's like poison. Yeah, tonight. Like, what would have to be a donation? Like,
I mean, for like a single person, or are you trying to get like
a total? Let's just say a total, like a number. What should I reach in either PayPal or let's do PayPal because
you're on YouTube.
Yeah. So we'll do PayPal and it's linked in there. It should be Stream Element should do it. I'll link it, but what should we do? Because if you guys want to talk shit, okay, fine. You want to see me do a shoey? I'll do a bloody shoey. Well, I'm going to get something out of it. Damn it,
I mean, how high do you want to go? Because I know when you're doing the Earthwalker stuff, you're at 500. Do you want to be that high, or do you want to?
Well, if that was for charity, you know what I'm saying. So this is for me. So I got to probably go much lower than that.
Much lower, like half or like
Yeah, I think
100
half.
or
Yeah, I think half's fair, right?
like 250.
Yeah, 250.
250 because it's
Yeah.
not just the cost of materials to put in the shoe; it's the emotional and physical damage
It
that
kicks
and turmoil
my
that
ass,
comes along with
man.
that.
God damn, I hate him so much, and I never
I mean,
thought
I
I would.
already hear Contingent dialing his bank, but
What?
you know that's.
What do you mean? Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Well, I think
You have to
250.
think
We ain't gonna hit 250. I'll put the PayPal in there. Here, I'll link it here in a second. Here, I'm gonna switch over to the game because we got some Reva shit stuff to
So
do.
we'll just say every 250 that hits the PayPal, Ranger will do a shoey.
Yeah. So
We'll
there
see.
you go.
is that the equivalent of a level 10?
Essentially, yeah,
Yeah.
I would say in gifted subs, yeah.
That's where I would go.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's why I came up with that number roughly. So, you know,
Because a level 10 is like that's a couple hundred subs. Well, no, that's like a
That's a
40,
lot.
50 subs, 50 subs.
Yeah, 50
roughly.
times 5 is 250.
Roughly 250.
Yeah, so I think you're getting a bargain. That's the only way. So, and if you want to donate toward that, then by all means, bring it. And you want to talk trash? Fine, I'll do it, Shuey. But I'm getting some loving out of this, goddammit, because those things are fucking awful. God Almighty! And the thing I was at the store today, and I'm sitting there going, I am buying Fosters. My life has changed dramatically. This is horrible. This is not supposed to be what happens. Oh. So there you go. All right. We're in the game because we got to do the Reva mission. So we got to remod here because Karth has a new guy, which I'm going to pull up here. As I said, you guys want a shoey? I'm going to pull up the PayPal. Oh, God. Jesus. Where is it? Since Stream Elements is being ass. Give me a second. I will pull it up. That is the kind of home slice I am. And link it in there.
I think I hear Contingent pulling out his wallet looking for the
Shush.
security code over here.
Shush you. No, he's not. No, he's not.
It's 1, 2, 3.
Also, $1,000 pops in, continues like die. I'm like, ah! I missed Tuesday. I wanted to be there for Tuesday. Suck it, Ranger.
I want Ranger
need
to be
satisfaction.
blackout drunk between now and Friday night stream. So ready, let's
There's
go.
the link. There's the link. There you go. If you need it, and Stream Members should put it up. So, all right, there you go. There you go, homies. You gotta say something, chat, because I'm not gonna just be checking it to check it. So, all right, let's get into this. We got to change our modding here. So, let me see here. Sweven's sister. We got to get her faster. She's got to be the fastest, right, Karth?
Yeah, that's what we're pushing for.
And protection. So I need to change her modding. So we're going to filter. No, we just go by speed. Let's go by.
I mean,
speed.
all
Speed
you,
and, I got to change the circler out.
all you really want to do is get rid of the health set and the health primaries. Secondaries aren't as big of an issue. It's just the big the big chunks of health we want to fight.
I don't want to take this off for Revan.
I mean, you can just set up a temporary mod set for her and then slap it back. It's one mission every 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, it's just her we need to do. So we need to.
I would say her and fifth brother will be the two I would look over.
Well, he's 350 something. His speed.
No, it's not the speed. It's the stats, because the two things we're looking at is that it's basically the characters that attack on a turn and attack a lot. So it's like when Seventh Sister's going to assist every time any other Inquisitor uses an ability, so she racks up the thermals quite quickly. Seventh or fifth brother can counterattack, but they only have a couple of AoEs, so he may not get that crazy. And then GI will end up attacking quite a bit against Nebbit, trying to get those 6 stacks of Purge. So it's very common for him to get to double-digit thermals. So like those are 3 that we kind of have to check, and then everything else is relatively like Ninth Sister and Eighth Brother. It didn't really matter in my run how they were modded.
All right, we got enough to take her mod up here. See if I can get a slice of speed. That'd be great if I could. Let's see, slice. Oh, for God's sakes!
You rolling
Ain't gonna
sevens?
happen. He's rolling fat zeros.
Yeah, I'm not taking this mod off. It has 11.8% protection. That's staying on. Calibrate this one. We might as well. See if we can get that flat defense off of it. See if we can get some speed. I just need to get her a little bit faster. That's all. Oh, we hit speed. Okay, good. All right, good. How much speed did we hit? 3.
Good.
We hit 3. Really? Thanks for nothing.
Hey, you got rid of some defense and you changed it out for speed.
All right, so I need to change out the circle. All right, we need to change out the circle. We need a circle and then the house set. We can go potency, I guess. Okay, so let me do this first. Do the circler. Okay, we're gonna leave that on him. We want protection on the primary on him, so I think what we're going to do. Add this.
Ew.
And his protection. You know, Leia can lose some speed, I think. She's offense set any. That's health. It's not going to work. Potency. Boba Fett. That's the one we want to pull off. Protection's got protection flat. The potency set here. Sign. Good. Need another Boba Fett. That's another 4. Crit damage. Doesn't have any protection. The other one does have protection. Pretty good. Lose 2 speed. Put her at ball. Uh, 352. It's not hurt. This one for sure. That one. And I don't want to have to create mod loadouts. That's what I'm doing. $24, but it's crit damage. But one on Jane. There is does have protection. Always move them on. All right, and then we need a speed. But I think that puts her at 350, which ties her with fifth brother. We need her like 2 speed faster, right?
I mean, just a speed faster doesn't really mean much. It just needs to be.
Okay, we're gonna switch the one on. Less offense, but we want more protection on her, right? So let's put this on. I'll pull it off this this guy. Section 32 speed. Okay, she's 350, not fast enough.
Try to slow down, fifth brother.
I can do this, Mike.
Did they say that they fixed Sign of Django?
No, it's a known issue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say he's still slapping.
No, it's Ranger.
What is?
There's
Got
audio
it.
feedback on Ranger side of things.
How?
I don't know. You leaving the button open?
Oh, sorry.
When a mommy and a daddy love each other so much.
Mm.
Or
Okay.
even if they kind of just like each other.
I mean, if
Or if they're just drunk enough.
two people that have the opposite parts needed for making a child bump into each other unexpectedly at the club,
Hey,
it'll result in a child.
hey now, Cars, it's 2023. Even if you have the same parts.
No, you gotta have two halves to make a whole, and they gotta be two separate halves. I don't care who you say what you are. Biology don't lie.
Listen, there are turkey basters, so.
I mean, okay, yeah, but you still need the other component.
Do you though?
Last time I checked, well, I mean, in fairness, yes and no.
Cashmere,
They
you
don't-
found that stick yet?
Yes. Yes.
That's
if you
the
check
same one that
the,
Grandmaster Yoda uses?
That would be awesome if that was. That's got to be like one of those visions where that stick or his walking cane is actually the stick.
That's why Grandmaster Yoda is so powerful. Can you confirm, Mr. Lore Master?
I'm sorry, I'm ignoring you. He is 353. Still faster than her. God damn. Put some crazy good mods on.
I like that pie chart you got there, Kashmir.
Well, Ranger said that he's a little behind, understandably, having to cut that video. So I had more time to do more memes for the video. So
Fair.
hopefully it will be a meme-heavy lore video.
Perfect. We're going down in an earlier round.
Speed.
Ranger has the need for speed. Bum
Yeah.
bum. Dude, I gave up so much stuff for platoons today.
Well,
Like 4 GLs I had to give up.
Do you want a cookie?
Oh, dude, we just were so. We were like 6 hours in and still had to fill platoons. It's like, come on.
You still had 6 more hours to go. You're fine.
Yeah, because in 6 more hours I would have been going
Oh,
to
wait.
bed.
Never mind. 24. So you had another 18 hours. You'd be fine.
Yeah. I don't have anything else to do with my life besides wait for platoons to open and then immediately do them.
So are you saying you recommend being an officer in a guild?
I mean, being an officer is not bad by any measure. It really just comes down to a degree of you have to be willing to step on toes. That's the short answer of that.
Okay, he's down to 351. Perfect. Get it. Way to go, guys. Did a great job. We were tired. Did it. Okay, so we got those figured out, and now I have to go assign some more mods to other folks here. Because I just pulled a bunch. Marjade, I'm sorry, sweetie. Let me get you fixed.
You should have just created loadouts, but here we are.
Well, I'd rather do it this way. I've got to...
Yeah, but Mara's not going to want offense. She's going to want her potency back.
Well...
You're fine. I'm just giving you endless grief.
Yep. Alright, so who's missing mods? This is... Ace. God. It's like, oh
All
my
of them.
God.
They're all missing mods.
Redman
Just...
Thron, here, you can have this one, buddy.
Yeah,
There.
yeah, Jack. You know that ends to be the never-ending part of it is that people get you. It's the reason why the platoons get assigned the way they do is because it's ascending in from weakest power and up. So we're taking from people who have the weakest characters to platoon, and the idea behind that is that the characters you wouldn't be able to use them for a mission anyways. But we get people who it may not play out that way, but it feels that way. They'll intentionally hold out until we kind of get desperate to fill it so that we can get onto CMs. And then somebody else cross covers, and then they can take their character and go get a CM done, or try to, or not do them at all. And I'm just like, I'm going to start going to the guys that don't platoon. I mean, because it's like, you're not doing anything. Good God. Welcome to my TED Talk. Well, like, we have people in the guild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days in, or we're 3 days into the game, or into TB. We have finished platoons for this phase. Where 6 players in our guild have not platooned anything at all. So it just becomes problematic when, I don't want to be a sheep herder. And it's not like herding sheep, Nathaniel Morgan. This is like herding cats. Way more work.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best commercials of all time. Love that commercial.
Yeah, so I mean, it's fine. It's just part of it is that we could adjust for players that aren't available during that time. But I don't have a comprehensive list of players who are like, Asian Pacific time zone who are like comfortably asleep during the first like 4 hours of platoons being open. Because if I had that list, I would just not have them assign anything, and we would just assign it to other players. Because I was still able to get perfect CMs minus the Wookiee mission because Jesus Christ, I'm too lazy to remod for it, and B, it's not fun in phase 2 anyways. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's I still managed it. I had to do some weird stuff on Geonosis today, but I was surprised that it worked. I mean, Afra versus the Reek worked out really well, and Bosk Bounty Hunters worked out decently versus the Accolade, and Starkiller had to go with in the middle zone on Tatooine, and that was really awkward. Thank God Starkiller hits like a goddamn truck. Watching Starkiller counter for 200k was like, oh, okay, we can survive this now. But I mean, even between Barris and Visas being there, I still lost EP and Mara. So, anyways, it's one of those things where would like to just not have to bother with it, but it's never going to go away. So the only thing to do is to try to enforce it where you can. That's
Okay.
about it.
Well, that was fun. Let's never have
Are
to do that
are
again.
you done holding your
God
penis?
almighty. I feel like it. All right. Guild started a raid. Okay. New guild orders. Okay. Send raid rewards. And get that. And then I got rank 5. Let's see what we got for rank 5. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got a whole piece. What's the left side piece? Those are trash. Anything out of those else good?
Hey, that's 13
2 of
Electrium
those.
conductors.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, 2 of those. Pretty good. Okay. Okay. Not bad. I got some good stuff here. Not bad. Okay. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Where all my rare rewards went.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I deserved it because I'm awesome.
And modest.
Yes.
Yeah. Those words.
Mm-hmm. New guild orders.
Bum 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 ba bum bum.
All right. We have done the remodding. And now we shall go into the Reva mission. And we shall pray for our souls.
Do you want to throw that up in Discord so I can kind of actively?
Let me start Zoom. That might be better.
And
to share
either
screen
or
on
is fine
Zoom.
with me.
Yeah, because Discord can get a little wonky.
You
I'll just
want to
start
build
the
a
lunch
snowman?
Yeah.
Do
right?
you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to come outside and play?
Yeah.
No, I prefer to play inside.
Ooh. Inside what?
Your
Well,
mom.
you know, God, I have a meme for that.
All right, I'm sharing in Zoom, so when you're in there, let me know, and then we'll do that.
Yeah, 1 second.
So we're gonna go do the Reva mission, and should be great.
You know, find Ranger in my DMs, and then I need to. I gotta send Ranger another freaking gift so I can get you back to the top of my DM list
Well, if
again.
you join Zoom, it should be saved by now, shouldn't it?
No. So like when I'm DMing people, it pushes pushes people down by recents.
I love that you sent me letter, Kenny. That's what I appreciate about you, Mr. Karth.
This is gonna be toxic as. Oh, where's the?
Hold on, I gotta. I forgot I have to mute myself here. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm about to say I'm gonna kill you.
Well, you're double talking, so make sure you mute yourself on Zoom as well.
I got it. We're solid.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're all fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine. All right, can you see everything? You're good?
If I remember which button it is. Yeah, there it is. I found it. We're good.
Yay! Oh, I didn't check the PayPal, see if anybody's going to talk trash and see if they want me to do a shoey. Ha 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 ha! That's what I thought. All right, Reva mission. Here we go. And let me pull up the guide here as well, so we don't completely dick that up either. So, give me a second. All right. All right, I've got Karth's new thingy up here, so here we go. Oh boy. So we got, just to check before we do battle. Well, it should give us the team, right? Before we do battle, we just hit battle. We'll pick the team and stuff. So battle. We have Seventh Sister. She is now the fastest. She is at, she is now at 352. I think Seventh is now. Our fifth brother is now. He is 351, and then Grand Inquisitor is 348. That should be good, right? It's good. It's good. We're good. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're going to battle. Everybody, lock, and oh boy, here we go. Oh, here we go. All right. For the Swevens. All right. Oh god. Nervous. Okay. Hey, they through. All right. We want to put this on
Nebbit. First special on Nebbit.
Let's put that on Nebbit. Okay. Okay. We're armed. Now, do we want to throw his
Just basic. Just basic.
Basic on Nebbit? Or do we want to go after somebody else?
Basic on Nebbit. We want to get the 6 stacks of Purge on Nebbit.
Okay.
Okay, basic. Basic.
I just did. Okay, now we want to murder.
Now you want to use torture, yeah. Second special. So that gives us tenacity up, which basically gives us immunity, and then here now we can AOE. So we AOE here, and then he should move and get, and then whoever's the weakest is who we want to heal.
I always
so,
put it on the ninth sister just because it does good work here.
Yeah, then just AOE again.
Now
and
we
then
want to cleanse.
Now cleanse, yeah. We'll cleanse it now so that we can get to our boy scavenger. And then just target we're at 7, so that's fine, yeah. Yeah, basic would have been better here. But yeah, just knock out.
Basic.
Yeah. You don't want to use that special on Fifth Brother unless he's got 3 stacks of Purge.
Yeah. And then we just want to do basic here.
Yeah, basic again. Yep. Basic again.
Both are gonna die.
Basic again.
All right.
Yep. And then we just go to the next one.
And now we just molest Kenobi.
Yep. Basic here. Use that second special. Yeah.
We'll get that stunned and there we go.
Yep. We can stun him, and then we'll just basic. That one there to push back the turn meter, and then we get our turn, and then just basic. That's all we can do. Go ahead and blind his butt. Just basic.
Yeah.
We'll hold that.
Hold that until we get a next round of stacks.
We'll hold. We could have held off there. That's okay. Go ahead and heal whoever needs it. Go ahead and basic. Basic.
2 stacks, yeah. So we got this covered now. So torture his ass now.
Torture his butt, and then he'll lose all his turn meter again. Use a special on Ninth Sister, the first one.
Oh, you wanted to go big hit there? Okay.
Well, it just converts Purge to
Health and
dots, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So we did it. Huzzah! See, Rim, that's how you do it. Huzzah!
Yeah, it's literally you just waiting to get
it
tenacity
earlier.
up.
Huzzah!
You followed the Karth guide to happiness?
I mean, I use the Ma guide to happiness. That's where I use the one that I just transcribed and kind of clarified some things from the one that what's his nuts Arnold did earlier today.
What's his name?
So I just transcribed that one because it was not going to go through and redo my previous one. So.
All right, so there we go. And just so you guys can see me get my ass kicked, I'm going to go back here to Geonosis. I'm going to do the fleet battle, and we're going to pick a fleet, whatever fleet you like, and then I'm going to watch it get slaughtered. So which
do the Wookiee mission.
Which one?
Do the Malevolence.
You want me to do Malevolence against this? Okay.
Yeah, it is the only fleet that I've actually gotten turns with.
All right. What's separatist lineup you want? The standard one?
The standard, separatist lineup. You're still gonna die, but you can pretend that you actually get a chance at winning because there is.
What the hell can you do to actually beat that?
Nothing. The Geonosian ships are so ramped that there is nothing you can do unless you can stop attack out of turns.
Huzzah!
Literally.
Let's go in. Excelsior! Let's get.
So we just have to wait for
a new capital ship, yes, or them to tune it down. One of the two.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job.
I think the only ones that could potentially beat it, you might be able to do Executor on Geonosis, but you literally can't.
Huzzah! We're getting molested. Oh, great.
Yeah. Last time I was able to get the. Let's do.
Well, that wasn't that fun. That was great. What clean, wholesome family fun. Boy, I tell you, that was great. Oh God.
Yeah.
Did you win?
No, I got harmed.
It's not the pilots, guys. It's literally the fact of how the game right now is working with the It's the bonus they're getting access to that makes them just out of control. Stupid.
It's pretty not good.
Yeah, and Mary J's right. We need a character that stops the attacks of the turns. Otherwise, you're never gonna win. Like I've gotten some headway with the Malevolence fleet, and I've only got R5 pilots, but I don't know what comp is winning, and even the TB server isn't giving me an answer on what's the best option here.
Yeah.
But it's literally just like watching your fleet get melted all day, every day.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good. We'll use some Java here. I'm just doing Conquest now. So, yeah, get your questions in and everything. Like, we're just hanging out. I'm just going to go Java no bata. Here. I know, riveting content here. So.
Oh my god. I'm staring at the entire board right now. I've got 3 stacks of Buzzies on everybody besides their newest reinforcement, and I'm down to just TFP left alive.
Good luck.
I'm gonna reinforce with my Vulture Droid as a hope. Oh my god, yeah, Jesus Christ. Soldier like basic and one shot my TFP, so you know.
So what you're saying
solid.
is...
Have you tried getting good?
I have tried and failed horribly. What are we at right now for Reva shards? We are 3 of 3. Go Guild, go!
Right,
It's me, Ranger.
Stop sharing now. Get rid of Zoom.
Oh, I left that Zoom call already.
Yeah, we did what needed to be done.
What
Keegan
must
says,
be
question, why
done?
does Karth hate Ranger's liver? I don't think he hates my liver.
I don't hate Ranger's liver. I have done more things to satiate Ranger's liver than more people have done to punish it.
Yeah. Leave Karth out of this shit.
But I do like Ranger getting in, pain and agony from doing shoeys. I do watch it and enjoy it. But I don't always help with that.
Trust me, between my stream and the IG stream, I do plenty. Karth doesn't need help with that. Trust me. I will get shoeyed.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, you better. Contingent is dramatically helped with that as well. So, huzzah! All right, just doing some quick. I just basically I'm just attacking these Muppets and getting out and all that other stuff. So. Clearing. Oh, it doesn't look good for Nest. Mary J says, I think the Lion would be more probable than Ravager, considering I'm doing my first playthrough of KOTOR. Lol, says Mary J. Mary J.
I mean, possible. The Leviathan is possible. I think the Ravager is a far easier model for them to get into the game because the Ravager is basically an ISD with a giant hole missing out of it. Like it's not even the same capital ship type as the Leviathan. But if they did the Leviathan, then we'd need some other stuff. I think the Ravager gives them a little bit more latitude into where they can go. Because I think the Ravager might end up being something similar to the Malevolence fleet, where you spawn ships as part of your thing, because it's kind of the lore behind it with the Ghost fleet. A lot of things were unpiloted or piloted by basically husks of people that were controlled by Nihilus's will through the Force. So that could be interesting. We'll see.
I'm just doing the DI feed here real quick, so I'm going to do this with
DI.
Hopefully I lose.
Someone said DI. Your first playthrough of KOTOR, Mary J, and the game's been out for almost 20 years? What are you doing with your life?
Wow. Hearth coming strong.
I mean, if you're any kind of Star Wars fan, it's like one of the greatest games they ever made. I mean, out of like, it's crazy to me as like the best Star Wars like at least like overall content was from like the 90s to the early 2000s, and then after that it went to right to hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bullying you. Well, yeah, Mary J, the turn order stuff is kind of crap. I'll be honest. It was a weird mechanic to get used to, but you're playing the game for narrative, not for combat.
Yeah, that's if you want to get better combat and stuff, go play the Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Well, I mean, that's MMO combat.
Really, no different than KOTOR. Just
Well,
individual story.
yeah. Well,
BioWare did the same thing, So
yeah.
Okay, now that I've done that, you only need. We lost that on purpose. I just wanted the DI because that puts us at 17, 16. I just need 4 more battles. So we'll do some Javas and some JMK, and then clear this out. Let's go Hut Cartel.
I can't understand. How is SWGOH the only Star Wars game you've played? That's painful to me. That makes my soul hurt.
It does, doesn't it?
There are so many better games to play than SWGOH.
Ghost Strike question. I don't have as many good mods. I got 7th to 338 high to 333 this work. Yes. I think so. As long as it's above 330, right? I think that's all you need.
Yeah, 335 is what we're aiming for. You just need Fifth Brother to go in between there, Ghost Strike. Fifth Brother needs to move before GI, so you either need to lower GI's speed and get Fifth Brother faster, or if you can, get Fifth Brother to anywhere between 334 and 337. But the Eighth Brother and Ninth Sister, their speeds are kind of irrelevant. You just need the turn order to go to 7th, 5th, and then GI. Dude, Mary J, I am actually stoked that Survivor is going back to some of the Jedi Academy mechanics. Like, I am low-key excited about the combat coming in with Survivor. I am, like, super stoked about their, like, you know what did it really well? This game from, like, 3 decades ago. Maybe we should see if we can implement that again. No? Too much work? Okay.
Excelsior!
Gear levels. What is the gear I need for Warrior?
Well, I guess the best model here is Fortify, so we'll get that. I don't want to put that on because I want me some more. I want me some more Zealous Ambitions. God damn it, I'm a Zealous Ambition kind of guy. One more battle with these guys, and then we'll go to JMK, and then.
Yeah, Mary J. The thing is, though, with the crossguard is that's one of the stances. So there's like, oh my god, someone said there's like 7 or 8 different combat stances in this one. So you're gonna have a ton of options for how you play the game.
Keegan, when Ranger's done slogging through Star Wars: The Old Republic, I'm going to pawn him with my Inquisitors. Oh, there you go.
Pwn him.
You can say pawn, pwn.
2 different things. Yeah, but they have multiple heavy stances too. Sorry, Ghost Strike. In fairness, Ghost Strike, I did do the write-up. At the very top of the write-up I put in the TB chat, it has the turn order stuff. So, yeah, they have all kinds of stances. Because like the original Jedi Academy game had the 3 stances, plus the alternate weapon styles. So
Jesus.
you had the dual saber and then double bladed, and then double bladed had two stances as well because you could use it as a single if you really wanted to for the fast, but it was just a duplicate of the fast stance for the other one. So I think that they've added two more on top of that because they kind of wanted to do different iterations of dual saber and double bladed lightsaber as well. Yeah, I love in Jedi Academy. The best ability in the entire game was the dual saber AOE. I don't remember how to activate it anymore, but you could basically project your two lightsabers in a close circle around you, and then literally just swirl around and kill everything. But the way the game mechanics worked, yes, the way the game mechanics worked is that if you didn't block the shot, you took massive damage from lightsabers. But you could never block the AoE, and the user, while they were using it, was so hard to hit because lightsabers move so fast that they you basically would you just had to get away from them. That was the only way to win. Yeah, Nathaniel, that's gonna be funny. Well, are you not gonna get GI by this next unlock phase in March, or are you gonna have to wait till summer when he goes full time free to play? Well, full time accessible.
Mary J says, I have 3 more Inquisitors to relic. Oh no. I
Have you tried getting good?
don't think that's a getting good thing.
Have you tried breaking out the plastic?
Have you tried to order less pizza?
Yeah, if you got less pineapple on your pizza, Mary J, you'd probably have enough money left over for those Inquisitors.
Yeah. We just need one more. Oh.
Yeah, that's fair enough, Nathaniel.
Mary J says, no, pizza sounds like a good idea. Thanks, Ranger. You're welcome. We're here to satisfy. 20th DI, so that'll be done. Vector. Give another one. Go back.
Yeah, Evo, even with that level of Inquisitors, that event is such toxic trash. Like, I don't understand why CG put the bar that high to unlock GI.
It's ace.
Yeah.
And when I say ace, I mean ace. You're not confused. Saying it. Ace.
Aunt Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace.
I know from experience. No, you don't. Well, no, not me personally, but a friend of mine and her got it on. You know, no, he didn't. Yeah, but you can imagine, couldn't you?
No, they didn't.
Great. Awesome.
Good, great. No yelling on the bus. Oh, man. Goddamn Chris Farley.
Best.
You know how fast you're going back there? 60 tops.
7.
7 miles an hour. Usually when I pull people over.
Got a
Jesus
young
Christ, can
David
you get this
Spade,
guy
man.
out of here faster?
Bum, bum, dun, 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 dun.
Just use Reva to unlock Grand Inquisitor Pro strats. Yeah.
I mean, you know, in fairness, that actually will be a decent way of going about her when it comes back around. But I mean, if you're in a guild that's doing that, that's amazing that you're gonna get that far along.
Without GI, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a guild carrying hard. I know in our
Facts.
guild we've got a contention with people who are at this point even like, I'm not doing Inquisitors, and we're like,
Yes, you is.
we
No,
really don't.
I'm
We,
not.
we
No,
don't
I'm
really
not.
really don't want to freeload out of this here. So you might want to try something like, I don't know, helping out the guild. Because I mean, there are people who just straight up were like, I'm not doing Inquisitors, and then I'm gonna just because nobody needs them, and then the TB announcement came, and they were at square zero.
Yeah.
But even like those players in our guild were like, all right, well, we need to work on Inquisitors now, so we're doing it. And the people who were like, screw Inquisitors, were like, well then, next replacement cycle, we know who's at the top of the list.
All right. Just
Well, you got to also think too, Evo, is that A, the difficulty of the Reva mission is nothing compared to Cam. B, that we run Reva at twice the speed of Cam. So hard to compare those apples together. But I mean, the thing I'm fearful of is that by the second TB in March is that like 90% of my opponents in GAC are going to have Reva. And I'm not ready for that. Because I'm going to be like about 2 months behind them. And yeah, your boy Karth ain't ready for that life.
it's a hard knock life for Karth. It's a hard knock life for Karth.
Hoping there's a decent, like, cheap counter out by the time.
Instead of Reva, he gets tricked.
Well, it's like the go-to would be like JMK, but JMK is not going to work versus Reva.
Karth, don't worry about
Actually-
it. We'll have a welcome party for you in Kyber 2.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're all getting squished out of Kyber 1, so.
I mean,
I'm still in
Kyber 1's just getting...
I mean, I'm still in there by the skin of my chinny chin chin. I'm fighting the good fight, but Jesus Christ.
We're gonna get squished there, Ranger.
Yeah.
I mean, I ended like just shy of 4K points again, so I'll be to 38 something when the next one starts.
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna be. Well, it's 3 more seasons, and if I don't start netting positive in the season, I will get squished out. I'm hoping by that time we get the new announcement for the next GAC changes.
Who knew the one in Kyber 1 was for the one person that's going to be remaining in Kyber 1?
Yeah, Aesop Rock will be the only person left.
I don't understand. Why is this happening?
You are Kyber 1 now.
Well, my guess is that
They have to stop doing the squish at some point.
they have to. Well, because I mean, it's going to defeat the purpose, right? You no longer even have 10% of Kyber inside of Kyber 1, which was the initial plan,
Right.
from their original post and the road ahead. So clearly, we're at this junction now where we have gone just way too far, right? I understand like needing to keep the skills somewhat comparable, but like literally once you break out like the top 20, everyone's below like 4K points. So, like there's like literally like 300 points between the guy in Kyber at number 1 in Kyber 1 and the guy at like number 10. It's massive.
Well, Conquest, I love it so much. So great. What great content. Just great. Scanner, what this data disk is going to be. Going to be Deadly Catalyst.
Ooh, that's cash money.
So,
Yeah, Deadly Catalyst is awesome.
not bad.
Ranger has the Treya Savage team. I just don't. The only thing you don't have is Talon, right? The Talon Omi.
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't think I have it. The Omi on that. So no. I mean, I
Oh
can
my
put
God,
it on,
yeah.
but yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't really worry about it per se, but literally Treya, Savage, and Talon Ami together is like, did you bring a GL? Because if you didn't, good luck.
Yeah, pretty much. Right here.
Ranger, one Mr. Darth Mike wants to say, hey.
Hi. What's going on, Darth Mikey? Sorry, we're just doing this riveting content of Conquest. Sorry, buddy. I know you're blown away. Ram just shit himself thinking about it. Good news is I didn't have to do any shoes tonight. So good. I got a break.
That's what we all like to see.
All this fear for nothing.
Do 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 do. There you go, Strike. Way to be. Another shard for the guild. That's what we like to see. More Reva shards.
Yeah, it's good. Good.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 15 shards right now.
Huh?
I'm sitting at 15 shards right now. So
Oh,
it'll be a while for
15,
me.
15 total. I was like, how is your guild already on 15 CMs?
No. 15 total shards from this whole time.
I think we're at 109. All right, we're gonna
Nice.
turn that down because yeah, I think the water pump in my furnace is dickered up. Gonna have to fix her. Wasberry.
Okay. All right. You guys kill already. Jesus Christ. Jesus. There we go. And Gideon survives, so we got extra banners. Mr. Mike Holes, this question, is this the worst conquest ever? No, I still think Dad Bod Boba Fett was pretty ace. That's my number one top, just awful one. This one's pretty close, though. I ain't gonna lie.
See, I don't think this one is that bad. All the
You're an idiot.
yes, I am. But all the global feats are pretty easy.
It's not the global feats. It's like that shit in like sector 3, 4, and 5 with
Yeah,
all
the
those
sector
bullshit.
ones suck,
But even then, like 40 battles non-leader, it's just the same. It's just repetitive shit after repetitive shit, which I'm getting ready to do. Like I've got through sector 2. Great, I'm in sector 3. I can't focus on sector 3 because I got to go with sector 1. One, I need the Datacron shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's like, and I've got to go win these battles with these specific teams for the big feats at the same time. So it's just like, it's not fun. I don't enjoy Conquest. I find it. I hate it so. It's just.
I mean, yeah. I'm with you. I enjoy it because I actually get to do stuff in Conquest. I actually get to use different teams. I get to actually have a little bit of fun. So I kind of enjoy Conquest to a degree. But that's because I'm in the ability to actually have things to play and do and have a good time. I'm not stuck behind not having everything available. But like
Yep.
the PvP modes for me is boring because it's the same counters week after week after week. You know, it's like, oh, well, I'm still fighting this team and this team and this team and this team, and that's all I do every day.
Yeah, I mean, I just find it monotonous. I find it boring. I find it ridiculous. I just, I mean, I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, what am I going to do now? Separatists. Why? Because I need to. Why? Because I have to get 40 kills with these pieces of shit. It's like, God damn it. It's like, a break. I just find, and you just have to sit here and you do the same battle over and over and over again, be with the same team.
Yeah.
There's no diversity. There's no fun. You're not trying to figure out
Especially
things out with
the
teams.
later sectors. The later
Yeah.
sectors is just like use GLs the entire time, otherwise you will not complete this.
I mean, we're sitting
At
here and
all,
I'm like,
ever.
okay, this is great. Great, clean fun. What is awesome. Awesome.
What fun!
Someone stab me.
Somebody kill me, please.
Please, God! Father! Please! But yeah, I'm gonna sit here for 4 battles, do this, then I'm gonna do the raid with the other 4 droids and do that 4 times, and then I'm gonna put the Sith in, and then that's my daily for Conquest, because I have to get those battles done so I can get them done in time to get higher crates and stuff. It's just, it's doo-doo. I don't know how else to put it.
It's a big doo-doo.
It's just, I hate it.
What's a big doo-doo?
Oh, using the bomba charger. You don't have a bomba. Oh, using this one.
All right. R2D2 does nothing. Check.
Eva says Conquest with the 5 versions of Rey, Kylo wins, and the 40 First Order resistance ones were so annoying. They're all annoying. I mean, we can go through each Conquest and be like, yeah, that was pretty ace.
I skipped that one.
Pretty diarrheas. So we sit here and we do this nonsense and we're like, oh, what riveting content. It's like, and it convinces me that is all the good things that CG does, and they've done some good things. Again, I give them praise when they need it. They don't play this game at a high level. It's absolutely evident to me that they do not have people that play this game at a high level because they just don't get it. They think that we think this is fun, and then it's like, what one game are you playing, and 2, who are you talking to? You were getting the wrong information. You're getting fed some bad juju. I don't like it. Stop listening to those idiots.
They're talking to Carth and I.
That's not true, because I know that the game would not be where it's at if that was the case.
It's a fair point. I mean, a lot of it is just such stupid. Like, I get the reason of why they do some of the feats they do, right? The entire intent behind Conquest is to get players to play for the entire 2 weeks. That is their objective with Conquest. But that being said, it is far from an enjoyable experience having to do that. Hey, listen here, you stupid Piet. You shouldn't be gaining turn meter.
Well, yes, deal with it.
Clearly. I'll get rid of Stormtrooper then.
But it's like you sit here and you just like, I have to do the same feats over and again. And I try to be efficient with it with like datacrons and stuff, right? It's like, okay, if I got to do this, let me get datacron material.
What the hell is that? Dude, I swear somebody went on crack cocaine with Sector 5 this year. This TV. Something's messed up.
you know, but it's like it's just
Jesus Christ.
it's not enjoyable. I don't enjoy it. I just don't. I mean, I wish I could sit there and say. I mean, the fights that you get to with the mini bosses and stuff with Conquest is fun, and it's a little bit of a challenge, and you had to figure it out, and if you have the right pieces and stuff. But I mean, other than that, I mean, you're just sitting here doing the same shit over and over again because they make the feats that way, and it's like, God damn, man, can we be a little bit more creative, like with what we have to do for feats and shit? Seriously.
Yeah, well, it's when the mechanics are stupid, right? Because it's like, hey, by the way, we're just gonna give everyone, you know, ass loads of speed, and then you're gonna have to deal with it. So ready, break. So you know, for whatever reason, Vader is gonna outrun your freaking 100% stamina JMK team. You're like, no, he should not be doing that. They're like, yeah, we don't give a shit. he's going to. You're like, oh, okay. Since that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, you can
And
use
then-
geos there, bud, but yeah, but I mean, with all the other feats, I can't sit there and do if I'm unless I spend crystals like on all this stuff. It's like, God.
No, I will
almighty.
say, Afra makes half this shit just so fucking easy, dude.
That's
Well,
if you make the
any-
investment. Yeah.
Any
Like-
team that has the that can get out in front, right? That's always a huge.
Well, no, I'm talking about like the 50 enemies with non-separatist droids. Because Afra doesn't. If you just time her abilities right, and you
Mhm.
don't try to just sit there and kill with her, because Afra can obviously toss out enough damage to kill. But if you just like you mess around with her AOE and then you do her heal or something like that, usually the droids between BT1 and 000, they will fucking shred.
Yeah.
And so non-separatist droid feats on top of the BT1 000 feat right there.
But again, but you have to invest, you know. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah. No, of course.
so I'm gonna go do Ray. I'm gonna try Sector 2 because I need some stuff from there. BT and 000 can die, but I just want Ray, Art 2, and
I will say that though, Michael. I fucking agree. The fact that Conquest and TB, and I'm feeling it especially now because I'm in a guild that's actually doing TB, and I'm in a guild that's pushing hard in it. I'm like, I don't like Conquest and TB running at the same time. This is not fun.
it's really difficult because like I'm not, it's like I got to do this stuff and then I got to go back in and I got to go back in and do finish up my TB, right? It's like
Yeah.
a lot of fights, it's a lot of battles, it's a lot of time, and you're just like, okay, bitch.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying even on Scribe stream earlier today. I was like, I am honestly considering some of the TB Omis. I'm waiting for Cal, of course, before I get too crazy with it. But I'm honestly considering some of them just for the sake of, like, the Finn Omi solos. You can just go into whatever battle you want, press auto. You're going to win. So it's like, I would be heavily interested in that mechanic. And, like, that's more of where I'm headed now, is that it's just the sheer volume of CMs that need to be done every day, where I'm leaning more and more on the fence of like, I'd just be happier if I could just go in with a team and press auto. I mean, like you can do that with Jabba all day. It doesn't matter what mission you go in with Jabba. You can literally go in with Jabba if it's full Hut Cartel, if it's the standard team, right? With at least Lando, Leia, Chrysanthemum, plus whoever you want. Like, that team will always just run around and clap cheeks. So, it's not like you have to do much about it. But I mean, then you have this kind of shit where it's just like, oh, I'm getting wrecked again. Oh, okay, cool. I'm so glad I came to this mission. And what else are we doing? Oh, getting wrecked. Okay.
That's cool.
And what else are we doing? Getting wrecked. Oh, okay. Gina support.
It's just bad game design.
Do
It's
that
lazy
and
game
drop.
design.
I mean, we don't
That
mind.
is
We don't mind
exactly what
doing
it
what
is.
we need to do to get gear, character shards, and other stuff like that. But it's like you look at this and you're just like, what are we doing, folks?
We are enjoying the game at the highest competitive
Is that what
level.
we're doing?
Something like that.
Right. All right. Listen here, game. Arc should never be outrunning JMK. Ready, go. I mean, and that's just the thing is the mechanics that they did in Sector 5 to make it more challenging is the epitome of we were too lazy. Like it has literally nothing to do with the fact that the it's challenging because the relics are higher. It's because all they did was like we're just gonna make it over prepared 3 and above the entire sector. Ready, go.
Yeah.
You're
Good
like,
luck.
oh, well, that's cool. Any chance we could not? No, we've already committed to this. And then on top of that, overprepared wasn't enough. Now you have a challenge path modifier, which is a random bag of whatever the hell we decided to do. And I'm like, oh, cool. So we have no way to know what we're facing. It's just that if we want whatever's behind the challenge door path, go nuts. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let me just enjoy taking this cheese grater to my nutsack.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's wonderful. It's glorious.
Packed with flavor. Guaranteed to get your sodium levels high.
Which side of the cheese grater do you use? Because sometimes there's multiple different.
I like the finest grate possible.
Okay.
Ooh. Pulls out all the pig hair.
There you go. I want it to just be scraped clean before we start getting anything to come off. Oh, at least they didn't change the stupid modifiers. At least the only thing I can say that's a slight positive in this stupid thing is that there is no modifiers to what am I trying to say here? There's no modifiers to the feats. They didn't change the things that was having to survive.
I mean, listen, for this one, I'm serious. I'm getting gold crate the next 2. I will get what's his butt, and I'll farm. Once I get the gold crate, or 603. I'm not going ham. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to. I really don't want to sit here and do these feats over and over again. Once I get to 603, I'm done. The red crate would be great, but I can't be bothered. I can't stand this shit, man. So bad, dude.
Yeah,
the fractal feats and everything else that's associated with all this crap's like, God almighty. And then they changed Sector 3. Now we have to really grind that one out. I'm like, oh, go to hell.
Well, it's not as bad as you're thinking because you can.
Well, you can do Master's Training. I know the
No. You can still cheese it because Jin can't die if Adrad survives. So you can still cheese the Master's Training stuff, and you can still cheese some of the feats. It's not perfect, but you can still cheese
Cash.
it.
I saw what you put in there.
Put something in the VIP chat.
Is it counseling for Ranger?
Yeah, that's what it is. Gotta go look at it.
For you.
Listen, just because I have a literal divot in my butt doesn't mean you get to make fun of my childhood.
That's exactly what it means. Huzzah! I'm just knocking this out, and then I'm gonna go knock out some TV battles, and then we're gonna get out of here. So you guys got some time to hang out with us and stuff, and ask your questions and make your comments and stuff, man. That's what we do. Oh, I got another data coin finally after 12 battles.
I gotta start hitting Sector 1 for leveling those up. I've got so much.
That's why Alright, so now we switch this out, and now we have to do 4 battles with Sith for my daily. Huzzah! Excelsior! Just what I wanted to do.
Going downtown in an earlier round. Yeah, but what else? The dent in my butt is not related to the cheese grater, okay?
Mm-mm.
That's an unrelated story.
True facts. So we'll do 4 battles with Sith Empire, because that's part of it. 40 battles. Huzzah. Great content. Love it. So great. So awesome. You just sit here and watch the same battle over and over again. I mean, you can try to do this and climb and shit, but it's like, what's the point? I mean, you might as well just go in Sector 1 and get the cash and shit you need, which what they designed it for. Again, oh man, I'm just sitting here looking like this is what my life has come down to in SWGOH. You know, so we're gonna go do some TV battles after this because I need some sanity. No, we did get the Reva shards, and Ghost got Reva shards, and Karth got Reva shards, so we're gonna get some Reva shards. Oh, another Datacron. Oh yeah.
Somebody had to field test it.
Yeah. You get your ass. You guinea pig that shit straight up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had other guys I was working from too, but I had to get it all put together and written up, and because I would like the other 37 members in the guild who can attempt it to get me a Reva shard, because I am one selfish hoe.
Well, I mean, if people ask like, why are people paying for people to do Conquest? Like, because they don't have the time.
This is why.
Why
I've considered it too.
Like, they don't have the time to sit here like I'm doing right now and do this stuff. It takes a lot of time. I mean, I'm putting this game
and we're
on auto.
content creators like this.
You know, it's like this is auto battles, and I have to sit here for this amount of time to do all these fights, try to knock this stuff out. I'm like, this is not good. You know, Conquest to be challenging, but it shouldn't be feat related. I've always said this. Like, you know, two things have to change. Either the feats have got to be drastically turned down, or you got to give our energy faster recharge rate like normal energy. But they won't. They won't listen because they think because we spend money on the pass, because we like they look at us spending money on something like we like it. We don't. We enjoy the game and other parts of the game, but to do the things that we enjoy, we have to suffer through this bullshit, and we spend money on it. I always get the Conquest pass. You'd be a fool not to. But it's not because I enjoy
right
Conquest.
Along with the deal that it provides is right up there along with the Hyperdrive bundle, in my opinion.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like it is that good as far as what you get out of it. As long as I will say the caveat, as long as you can get at least gold crate. Yeah. I'd say it's diminishing returns if you get anything less than gold crate.
But we'll sit here and we'll do this bullshit and get our battles in, and you know, the next 2 days I'll be done with the droid ones, and I'll be able to not do that anymore, and I'll go harder into the other sectors. But this is the way it looks. I have to plan out, like, this is how bad this shit is. I have to plan out, like, battles and how many I can do for the sectors, and then can I knock anything out while I'm doing it? No, especially when you get to Sector 3, because those have to be hardcore with your GLs and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. I guess that's what we're doing. You know, so... But it's not because I enjoy it, you know. And this is what we're left with. No puzzles to figure out, Jack Daniels. I want it to be hard, and what I'm saying is like, what I want is if I have to spend this much time as it, I do want puzzles. I do want different things to figure out. And I do want teams to be involved with it. But having to sit here and do the same thing over and over again this isn't effort. Look what I'm doing right now. What effort am I giving right now? I'm just putting this shit on auto and farming for these feats. It's not effort. I'd like to put some effort in and figure some shit out. I've got the roster to do it. It'd be nice to be challenged a little bit, you know, the mini bosses and stuff. But it's not effort, and it's not even that, like, they try to make it a puzzle. They put this shit, like Car said, where it's like they've got like the crazy speed and stuff where your GLs are getting outsped, and you're like, what the hell is this? You know, that's not effort. You know, that's not a puzzle. That's not for me. It's not like the Malik, you know, the legendary, which I think is one of the best ones they ever did, where I'm just like, that was great. I love that puzzle. I love trying to figure that out. I don't mind that stuff. And I don't mind spending time in a game trying to figure something out. But when I'm sitting here doing this shit over and over again, because I have to knock out feats and I need Datacron material. But yeah, Conquest is ass. I'm sorry. If you don't think it's ass, that's okay. I don't have any problem with that. But I think it's straight ace. I don't enjoy it. I don't like sitting here, you know, doing the same shit over and over again. I mean, I get to enjoy hang out with you guys and we bitch about it, but I mean, yeah. But I mean, I have to do this religiously, you know, especially as a content creator, you know, because I have to stay on top of this stuff as much as I can for where I'm at. And I'd rather be doing other fun stuff with you guys, you know. So there we go. Our energy spent stuff. We did it, and there you go. What were we working on Datacron wise? I think I have to hit Sector 3 and 4 before we can get to the heavy stuff with Sector 3.
Jesus Christ, how have I not? I've gotten like
We were working on this one, but I
one
don't think
zealous
it's like
ambition so far.
Oh, we can roll level 7. I'm gonna roll level. Let's roll level 7. Let's do it. We can do it. Roll. This one's actually turned out to be really good. Ooh, armor penetration, 90%. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Yeah, well, you're gonna need it, man, with all the stupid defense of set 6.
I know. Oh my god. All right, let's go. We'll end the night on some TB battles. Let's see how Ranger can do our battles for TB.
I mean, you can't do that poorly.
No, I'll do good.
I think, honestly, for us, Phase 3 is one of the easiest phases for CMs because there's so, air quotes here, little to do. There's just less battles. I think Phase 2 is awful because of the sheer number of CMs to do.
Yeah, I did it yesterday, and I was like, oh, God. I sat there for about 30, 40 minutes doing all the battles at least. I was like, Jesus Christ. Someone throw me a bone.
Yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, Phase 2 and 3 are the two phases that we need that level of participation. Win with Darth Vader surviving. What's my Oh god, the last tier is awful too.
Oh, you know, you know what I think about Datacrons? Datacrons are ace. Completely.
Yeah, I mean, it's the unfortunate. I mean, Gridden had a great poll on his YouTube channel that they had over 1,000 responses to. That was a great realization of Datacrons that anybody with common sense should take to heart. Is that 90% of players, for the most part, engage with Datacrons because it's forced.
Yes.
I have to, because I cannot compete without them in my current area in GAC. And that's why people do it. Not because they love Datacrons or whatever else. It's because it's out of necessity.
Yeah.
And if you can't recognize that, then you should probably stop being under the desk at CG.
Blame Finn.
That too.
Well, the new TB, I don't mind actually. The 24 hours is a little, I worry about that for the officers, right? I think that's really tough for the officers and stuff it's like herding cats because everybody's in different time zones and different stuff going on in their life and things of that nature. But the actual fights in here are pretty cool. I've enjoyed the fights here. I mean, they're very well balanced. I mean, I give credit to CG when we need to give credit to CG. Like, it's actually not bad. I'm not minding this so much. I mean, the like Phase 2 and stuff. Yeah, it's a little monotonous, but I'm like, I'm enjoying the fights and beating it. And the fights don't take that long. It's just the sheer number of fights that you have to do. But like, the fights themselves, it's like, okay, cool. I got you. We'll go do Jabba fight here.
Oh, that's another thing with fucking Conquest. So I've never not read box. It's not hard for someone at my play level to not read box. CJ needs to learn to give us a bone. Part of the reason that makes Conquest so unenjoyable for most players is because of the repetitiveness. But when you can figure out things that you can cheese, i.e., perfect example, the Admiral Raddus Rogue One team in Sector 3, you could sit there and you could cheese out three feats or so. Like, oh, I need to get Master's Training. I need to get Blind. Okay, put in a CLS team, put it on auto, and just watch. You do like 30 seconds of setup, and then you just sit there and watch Scarif Robo Pathfinder constantly revive because of the game buff that he's getting. and you're just inflicting all your shit, and you're winning. And so they want to increase engagement in Conquest by taking that away and making you have to do more battles. I don't get that. Like, if we found a cheese, you put it in the game code. To me, if you put it in the game code and you fucked it up and we figured it out, give it to us. Hey, it's a lesson learned for next season of Conquest, for next, whatever, whenever you bring in this character play field again, and you're like, all right, yeah, let's not put Adrad team with that buff on it. But why take it away? That's
I don't
just
know.
stupid.
Because it's lazy game making.
It is.
Just like tuning stuff to Relic 9 and saying it's Relic 3 and then, not giving you a chance.
Well, a lot of what they do is like, we're gonna tune it to a relic level, but then that's the issue with Conquest as it scales, right? Because as Conquest scales, as it goes up, the increased relic levels make sense. But the problem is that when you add things like over prepared, which is a flat % increase, by the time you get to relic 8 being the bar minimum, that becomes unsustainable for a lot of players because they just can't sneeze. They can't compete at that level. That's the problem, right? Is that they just can't compete in that particular area due to the limitations of their accounts. And I think that's the part that when CG had the Conquest much easier and we could abuse the data disks to our benefit, it was very good for us. But now it's just like, well, you can't do that because Lord forbid, you easily complete this thing we want to take all week. Like, wait a minute. That's not what I signed up for.
I don't even know why I use that special, because it never lands.
Hopes and dreams.
I know, right?
So many things I do in this game by habit. Like this freaking TB, some of the mechanics they put in, like the insane tenacity in ships is just asinine. It's like literally designed to have you fail. Because like in the middle sector, if you don't have Razor Crest, the odds of you beating that mission with the Executor are like cut in half.
Ways of Kill the Vader, kill the Vader. Oh my god, that TIE fighter just nuked me. Jesus Christ. I hate this fighting go. Kill the Vader. Kill him. Get the other TIE fighter. Get target lock. Battle. Oh. What I wanted. Get him. Get him. Oof. Oof. You. Ace, but we beat. All right. So get your questions, comments in. I'm just doing a few little TB battles here and there. I've done some good work already. Beat Jabba. We beat the ships. Oh, let me go to Sector 2. Still in Sector 2. Do we have fleets? We already did that one. Yeah, we already got our ass handed by that. This is pretty straightforward. Now, it says for our guild, we go Lord Vader or SLKR. I always go SLKR here. Ackley Boss, I use Lord Vader, and then We'll do dark side here. I'll finish the rest. We'll finish off with this fun little group of folks there, don't you know? We're gonna go SLKR. Actually, I'm gonna go crew lead. Oh, SLKR lead. No, I want to go. No, that's Dathomir. I want to go crew lead. Losing my goddamn mind. Put the 4 of our first order in, and then we're gonna go separatists, and we're gonna go with what?
All right, I have a question.
Oh,
Legitimate
shit.
question here. So, assuming it's pretty good assumption that Grand Inquisitor is coming, let's say by the end of March. Should one save gear relic material for Grand Inquisitor, or just kind of hold off and continue with Jabba? Like the Jabba.
How important is it for your guild to get Reva shards? That's the first answer, and then from there you can work it around. Like, how many Reva shards is your guild pulling down every TB?
10, 15.
So unless your guild's making a massive push for GI, I would just stick with Jabba.
I agree.
All right.
Because what Jabba will help the individual count on is leagues better than one more Reva shard. Like, leagues better.
Ranger, are you going to go for 7-star Marquis Cal Kestis to get Beyonce Cal right away, or are you just going to get him faster than the typical slow grind? Typical faster. I mean, I'm going to save all my crystals. I mean, we're going to go all in, but I can only go once the character goes into... I'm going to wait for shipments. So I will be behind, but not that far behind.
Well, I mean, Cal is likely the first character to drop. Scavenger Cal is likely the first one to come in the set. So you will have the most time to farm him. Unless they drop literally everything at the same time, which I'm doubting.
And that is a perfect 2 for 2. All right, we're doing it. We're living the dream, folks. We're living the dream. Let's go face the Ackley. Let's do that. Do the characters that I wanted. And those two. Oh, I forgot about the Fennec mission. We'll do that too. Do that too. On. Oh, we want Maul. We want the Mandalorians. We want the Maul. Oh, I could go Candyman Spear. What's wrong with that shit? Getting the ginger. I mean, I'm about ginger.
He'll literally die probably before he takes his own turn.
Oh, Candyman's still going. How about that shit?
Oh, Thrawn ate it first.
I know.
It was close, man. It could have gone either way.
I know. But we got this. All's gonna do.
That's because somebody didn't use a tank.
Why would I?
I don't know. Yeah, the only character out of the entire Fallen Order dump I might go hard on out the rip would be Marin.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go Cal Cassis first. That's no.
Well, I'm waiting to see what the Marin, what she does, right? Because if she's going to be like super impactful in Night Sisters, then I'll probably get her out the rip. Because everything else can wait until the team drops. Because that's kind of the idea with Cal, is that Fear is going to be the leader of that team. So until she comes in the game, why does it matter if I have one at Relics before the other?
All right, now we'll do C, and then we'll go do Fennec, and then the only thing I'll have to do tomorrow morning, Earth, is the light side, but you know.
Yeah. Jack Daniels got a question for you.
What did he have? Let's see. Jabba versus GI, and one of them is gated by time. I think it depends on how close you are to Grand Inquisitor. Would you want to wait another 3 months if you miss this one? Depends on where you're at with your Inquisitors. I mean, if you're close, then yeah, go get Grand Inquisitor. But I mean, if you're not even close and you're already working on Jabba,
Yeah, I wouldn't even care.
I'm all set. I'm ready for the Grand Inquisitor mission. I'm just like, my kind of question was more like, should I go all out and get Grand Inquisitor relic right away, and instead of continuing to work on relicing, Chrysanthemum or somebody like that,
No, I would still do Hut Cartel and Jabba, and the reason I say this is that under the guise that your guild is not gonna, you guys are not gonna go in March from 10 Reva shards to 40, right? Like that's just not gonna happen in what you guys got going on. So odds are gonna be more likely that you guys might pick up a handful of Reva shards by people getting GI.
Yeah.
But, if you're unlocking GI, you can start gearing him up and then use him eventually. But I mean, I have do you have Jabba unlocked, or are you gearing towards Jabba?
Gearing towards him. I think I'm like halfway, or more than halfway. I have like 7. I think I have 5 more to relic and like 2 more to gear up.
Yeah.
It might not even be I might have everybody geared before Grand Inquisitor even comes out.
Yeah. Well, we've got about probably 3 weeks before Grand Inquisitor circles back. But I mean, realistically, I get what Jack Daniels is saying. I understand that 100%. Of having the one character to go forward with, but for me, what Jabba does to the account is way more impactful. Having Jabba getting that Scoundrel Tier 2, Smuggler's Event Tier 2 going, is just absolute cash money for any account with the mod materials that you get out of it. But I mean, you still got to wait for both. So, and we could be dicked. We could be not getting Grand Inquisitor till he gets the 1 year anniversary of his event. That might be a thing. And then Chris Paul, what are we doing with our leftover Inquisitors after unlocking Reva?
not a thing.
Platooning.
Ninth Sister is going to LV full time. Because you won't need the tank. Reva will be your tank when you get her unlocked. Second Sister still has a good place under Lord Vader. I mean, I think honestly it's going to be Lord Vader. They're going to go to LV, which will be nice because it gives us some flexibility on what we do with Maul. Did any of that come through? Or was I out of range on my headset?
No, you're good, brother.
Okay. Because that's what I will be doing. I will probably put Second Sister and Ninth Sister under LV with Royal Guard and like Thrawn or something, or we'll see what ends up being what Datacron set benefits the most at the time. But that's what I'll do.
And we're doing the Fennec mission. That ace.
Yeah, Fennec missions super easy with boss.
Yep. Not looking good for them.
That's what we like to see, though, right?
Zach Daniel says, I agree, job is great, but y'all literally started the stream talking about kicking guildmates for not going after Inquisitors. Yeah, but that's a whole different subject, man. I mean, Jabba is important for the new TB, don't get me wrong, but I mean, yeah, you want to go for Inquisitors, but we were talking about people saying, I'm not going to do Inquisitors.
Oh yeah, we were talking about people who straight up who just said, I on principle hate the faction. I will not do it. Like that's the level we're talking. People straight up refusing to go after. It's like people who refuse to do Rey because they don't want Rose. Like that's the level we're talking about. We're not talking about somebody who's like, oh, I didn't start Inquisitors yet. Let me get on that. And we had a whole post too. I mean, there's a lot of context mixing out of that statement as well. I mean, we had a post too of like, we're not going to force you to farm them out the rip, but they need to get into your priority list. You know, we need to get whatever you're working on wrapped up, get your platoons wrapped up, and then Inquisitors need to be the next thing on deck. Because we're not going to carry people who are not going to participate.
Yeah. That's different. I mean, there's been stuff in this game that I farmed and do that I just like, I did it because of the guild and everything else, but yeah. But I mean, when you have someone saying, I'm just not going to do it, like, okay, cool. You don't have to, but you know, we have a certain goal that we're trying to reach. And, you know, it's not fair to sit there while 30 plus some of us are busting our ass and did what needs to be done, whether we like the faction or not, to get Inquisitors, right? And then on top of that, everybody's account's different with where they're at. Like when we were just talking to Kashmir, it's like, where are you at with Reva shards? You know? So it's like, you know, if you're not getting a lot of Reva shards and you're not looking to get a lot of Reva shards, you might as well get Jabba to help your guild overall, right? I mean, your point is very valid about, you know, well, he's going to 3 months, but it's like, okay, if you're not even close and they're not even doing it and you're not even trying, go get Jabba. It's a GL, but everybody's counts can be different on the counseling that we give to that person on what they should go for. If your guild's trying to push for Reva or they want to get to the next level, then we would probably say, yeah, go get your Inquisitors up. Go for the event. You might as well, you know. And so it's based on individual basis of where people are at with their accounts. But yeah, there's different scenarios for every different thing. So, but yeah, if you know, for us, you know, if you're not going to work on Inquisitors and I'm going to bust my ass and take them all to Relic 7 and do like the modding and shit that I just did, it's like, you got to make the effort. I know you may not like it, but that's the minimum thing we're asking you to do. You can work on anything else afterwards, but we got to have this for the guild, right? Because people are busting their ass trying to make this shit happen, you know? So, but it'll be different based off guilds and where people are at with their stuff and things of that nature. So, one build doesn't fit everybody, right? You know, it's different for each person. All right, I done middle, I done that. So I guess all I got is light side. You got JMK, Jedi. Oh, I gave up JML, so yeah.
I mean yeah, usually you shouldn't have to ever give up both GLs for that.
I gave up JML. We needed it. I was like, all right, I'll give it my JML. Yeah. I can do JMK. I gave up
JMK.
Yeah,
I gave up JMK, Splacker, and C today, and I still got air quotes here, perfect CMs. Because I did not do the, I did not get the Dark Side Fleet done, and I only got 1 out of 2 on the Wookiees, but I have yet to see many people get 2 out of 2 on the Wookiee mission.
But you should know this, Jack Daniels, by now, and you do because you've been with us for a while. Is that I always go different recommendations based off what I see and where people are at and what they're trying to work on. And sometimes it's like, sometimes I say, "Fuck it, go work on something that's fun if that's what you want to do." So, yeah, every situation is good. But for our guild, it's just that situation where it's like we saw what was going on. We know where we're at. We're at 36 stars. We're getting 30 plus Reva shards. You got to contribute. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's not a big ask in my opinion. It's not a big ask for that. So.
Well, and at this point too, with how instrumental the Inquisitors have been, and even with Jabba, there's so many reasons to get those characters that not doing it is a clear sign that you just don't. You're on your way out of the game anyways. You want to go back to a game or an account where it doesn't matter what your play style. Yeah, you want to go back to being casual, which is fine. That's 100% up to you. But don't expect to get carried in one of the top 50 GP guilds of the game because you refuse to take part.
I mean, we're top 15 in TB. That should tell you with our star level. And so for us, yeah, it's a requirement. I mean, people have asked. I mean, I get messages all the time. Karth knows this. I'm the big recruiter for Maul MC. I recruit for all the guilds. People will message me and say, "Hey, where do you think I should go?" I'm like, "Well, you can come here. You can come here. Where do you want?" And sometimes I've had to say, "You're not ready for MC3. You're gonna have to either go to the MC4 or 5 because you got some stuff to work on." And I take the direction from the officers on what they need. You need profundity for our guild. You need Grand Inquisitor or working toward it or with Jabba. Something along those lines.
We're to the point now where it's like you got to have 6 GLs. You got to be pushing like 10 million GP, because and the reason isn't because we want to beat a snobby elitist group of the best. It's literally because for us to progress forward, we have to have accounts that move the needle forward. Because we could get a dozen 9 million GP accounts with 4 or 5 GLs tomorrow if we really wanted to. There's enough guilds falling apart where that could be easily acquired. But, we still have to have people who can R8 characters, who have the GP to get us to the next. I mean, honestly, like our guild right now at the point that we're at, for us to see one more star in TB, we need 40 million GP added to the guild.
That's insane.
So the only way that's going to happen is we got to get the average up, which either means people need to farm and work on their squads for CMs, or you literally just got to start swapping out bodies. So if you want to progress at the high end of this game, you have to be willing to make changes and sacrifices and adjustments to how your guild is run and operated, because if you don't, you will just fall behind. And that's, what ends up happening in a guild like that is the good players move on.
Yeah.
And you're just stuck with people who don't care. And that's a very frustrating place to be for a lot of players. So
yeah, it's a balancing act that we have to do. So it's like, I mean, and it's not personal. I mean, we love everybody that's in the guild and they give everything they have, but there's a certain point where we're at a point of saturation. Like if you're not going to work to certain things, cool, but you can't be in this guild. We'll get you in another one. We have plenty of MC guilds, but it's like
it's one of those things where there's just the longevity of guilds with certain members being a part of it. You pull on heartstrings at a certain point because you have a hard time kicking the guy who's been there for a year or two or whatever else. But completely free to play players at the high end are very hard to carry, especially in the new environment.
Yeah, they don't give us a choice.
And if this was pre-TB, it didn't. And it didn't matter. Literally the new TB, we just needed bodies. We didn't care. But now we're to the point where it's like we need people who are moving the needle forward in our guild. So. Yep. Hashtagger. You're exactly right. But that's the problem is getting an individual player to give up those rewards Like people want to get carried. I mean, we had like 2 or 3 people who just recently retired because they didn't like the game, but they literally spent the last like 3 or 4 months getting carried because they literally passed like phase 1 of the TB only deployed. They never platooned, they never did CMs. And so we get to this point where it's like we just can't have that mentality or player in the guild anymore. So
Yeah.
it's going to be it's just a rough transition. It's the part that sucks about when CG makes changes in the game is that we have to make forceful changes as well to how we do things, and it's not a great time, but it's what has to be done. So
I just rolled the mod. I went for it, and mod depression kicked in. All right, well, that mod, get it out of there. I went for it. I went for mod depression for the skewers, for the homies.
Gross.
Yeah, it was not good.
I always get really perturbed by the when I get my mods and it's like the game's like, oh yeah, by the way, kick rocks.
Yeah, and Jack Daniels, if your guild's more casual and, I mean, that's great, and it's just a game and that's your mentality and stuff. And, that's where you guys are at. And that's perfect for your environment and the people that are in your guild in that environment. But being where we're at, we have to keep pushing the boundaries, what we're trying to do. I mean, I'm relicking 7 my ass off right now. Do I want to be relicking 7 my ass off? No. Do I like working on these Datacron stuff? No, I do the stuff because it leads to other things that's more impactful and helpful. So I'll take Omega to 3, and then we're gonna go Sith Empire. We're gonna take him to Relic 7. I'm slow farming Dr. Aphra. I don't need her. The guild's got it covered. So for right now, Dr. Aphra's not a problem, but to get. But for me, it's like Tuskens would be nice, but I'm not going to spend resources toward it. Calcatsis will be nice, and I know that's going to have a huge impact, especially in TB. So I already know I'm thinking ahead. Like raid, I can get away with GL with Jabba and the Tuskens and the Jawas and the Mandos because mine are all high relics, right? So I already got those in place. So for me, Tuskens is like nice, but no. With what Calcatsis is going to bring to the table and stuff, it's like, yeah, that's the ticket. That's the ticket money right there. That's where I need to be at. So in case they do some shenanigans, I'm ready for it. Tuskens, I'll get them. Same with Dr. Aphra. I'm eventually going to get it. But would it be nice to have? Sure. Am I worried about it? No, not really. Not really worried at all. Someone's asking me about Sith assassins today and Sith the Sith ship. Like, should you do anything with them? Like, other than taking it to 7 stars, no. I mean, Sith Assassin would be nice to add to the Malgus team. I guess I could take her up, but is there until they force me to, I'm not going to. I'm sticking to the plan. I need more dark side characters for the TB. Well, I've been doing this. I just did the Sith trio, and we're getting ready to do Sith Empire. The only reason I'm taking Omega to 3 first is because I just want to use Datacrons with that team. And she's a little low, and I'm going to take her mods to 6C. But other than that, Sith Empire is going up. You better believe your ass. So the plan is to take Darth Revan and Bastila to 5 first. Then we'll take the 2 tanks to 7, and then Darth Revan and Bastila going to 7. Not worried about HK, and I'm not worried about Sith Assassin. I could take her up to 10, 11, whatever I need to do, but I'm just not. I don't use the ship. It's not a priority. So you have to kind of think about this shit when you're doing this game. It's all about resource management. What do I need? What am I focused on? And I like to be super hyper focused. Like you see the characters that are my favorites here. The Imperial Super Commando is I'm just trying to get his mods to 6C for the ship. That's it. I don't need to take him to Relic or anything. I'm not worried about it. Sanders is just to get him to 6A. I could stop him right now if I wanted to, but I'm like, I might as well see if I can get a little bit more speed offense on him, make him a pain in the ass. Omega's Relic 3 because I just want to get her up and running for the Bad Batch. Relic 3, and then we'll 6E her mods, and then she'll be good to go for the Bad Batch, and she'll do a lot of good work for us. But Sortie, I'll get Sortie when I get Sortie. Sana, I'll do Sana once 000 and BT1 get to 7 stars, but you can see they're not even close. So I'm not even stressing about it. I'll keep doing what I need to do. I've done the things that I need to do to get Third Sister for the Inquisitors up because I really know she's going to be awesome. That's why I'm saving Omicrons and all the Omicron material because, like, that's the ticket person right there. Before anything else, Third Sister's getting some love because I already know what she's going to do. So as soon as we get her squared away, she's getting all the love. Gear, Omicrons, the whole works. And at the same time, I'm taking all the other characters to Relic 0 at the moment until we get closer to the raid, and then I'll start pushing the higher relics like the Jawas. And then we got Old Republic that we got to get going. So we'll get all that done before then. But again, you got to think about where you're at with your guild. What are you guys working on? What are you trying to get done? And the raid's going to be important because that's going to be gear and stuff. So I'm focusing on all the teams besides Tuskens. And if you think about it like that, then this game is really not hard. And you have to be patient. It takes time. You just go through and you focus on certain things, and it takes a little time. And then once you get it done, you're like, great, got that done. Now let's move on to the next thing. You know, for every mod that I roll, and I've got a shit ton of 20 mods, like, great, I just got a 20 mod. Let's start this shit again. And that's the way you got to approach this game.
So from CG's perspective, why Datacrons work is what you just said. You're pushing Omega to Relic 3 just for Datacrons.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd be stupid not to, right? But
I agree.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem I have with Datacrons is they fundamentally change PvP not in a positive way. And the resources, the amount of time you have to spend in this game to get those resources, unless you spend it, even if you do spend, I think the packs are trash for Datacrons. It's just an overall thing. Like I can make comparisons like what they did for mods. I love what they did for mods. Oh, I'm such a big fan of what they did for mods. CG knocked it out of the park with mods, in my opinion. But then I go to Datacrons, I'm like, y'all shit the bed. Y'all literally shit the bed with Datacrons. You know, so, you know, I mean, CG takes 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, in my opinion, with a lot of the stuff that they do. You know,
it's working for them, unfortunately.
It is, but it's not. It's in my opinion. Me and Carther talked about this. It's not sustainable. The amount of people that are dropping is bad, and the new players are getting frustrated because like they're not doing enough to help them get to the level that we're at. So you're losing all these old time players. You're pushing all these packs on these new players, and you're focusing on them, but you're not giving them the stuff they need to get to relics to participate in a lot of this stuff. It's like, what are you trying to accomplish here? You know, I don't understand it, but you know, they've got a plan, and you know, if you want to milk the, you know, until the game dies, then by all means do that. But then, you know, the game's going to die. And we've all experienced enough games to know that, you know, if you don't really look out for the game where the direction it needs to go, I mean, people over time will quit just because they get bored or whatnot. But that's, again, like I played the Old Republic. We're playing it now, but I played the Old Republic for at least 3 years, 4 years when it came out. But I reached a point where it's like there was no new content. It was the same shit every day. There was nothing fun or new. A lot of the changes they made were straight up ass. And it tore me away from the game. I stopped playing. I literally put the game down and said, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not enjoying it. It's not fun. There's nothing in it for me. I do the same shit over and over again. I've done all the raids. I've done all the content, blah, blah, blah. You know, it just happens. So those players will eventually leave. But if you keep it fresh and you keep it interesting and you keep trying to listen to the player base and seeing some of the things that they'd like and try to implement those, easier said than done. And I give CG some slack on that. But if you do those kind of things, like I played World of Warcraft for Jesus Christ, I don't know how long I played World of Warcraft, but that game, and the only reason I left is because after I killed the Lich King, I was like, okay, I'm good. You know, it was a lot of stuff, same stuff, but I was like, okay. But I was like, I killed the Lich King. You know, I was in the raid. I killed the Lich King. I'm good. You know, so at that point I was like, okay, there's not much more for me to try to do here. But that would have been many, 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 many years. So, yeah. Ray Rock says, happy up, Ranger and Picklers. What's going on, Betty? Just hanging out here in the all VIP voice chat with Karth and Contingent and Cashmere. We're just answering people's questions and giving some philosophy of the game and some different stuff about what we're seeing. And we're going to go for about 5 more minutes because Well, I don't want to shit all over Kashmir. We got our new Bad Batch review coming up for episode
Oh yeah.
10. Yeah, it's coming up in about 13 minutes. So you guys can go check that out. And it's a good stop time for me so I can go eat food and... Oh, we'll have a good dinner there, Ray Rock. I just got home. I just got home from work making dinner there. Question, did you sing Ding Dong the Witch is Dead after? No, it was one of those satisfying moments because I played World of Warcraft, 2 and 3, and then when the MMORPG came out, I played that a lot. I was in, and I played that through the Lich King. But yeah, I mean, once I saw the expansion, I actually sat in line and waited that night to get it, and I'd already pre-ordered it, and I mean, my guild, and and had a lot of fun with it. And once we got through that expansion, I was looking at the next one. I was like, oh, here we go. Do I really want to do this? I mean, I love Warcraft, but I'm just doing the same over, and it's just kind of. Although I will say I am enjoying Karth, the Old Republic. Man, we're having a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it's been a good time. I mean, it's a lot of fun to play. Well, the thing I like about the Old Republic is the story-driven, like 1 to 50. It gives it a lot of replayability factor, but then also keeps it keeps it interesting. And there are some like different nuances you can have and how you can play the character and role play and stuff like that. So it's a good time. I enjoy that one. As other
have so
MMOs
much
I've
fun.
played, I just like having something that actually
It's a story.
you could get to role play with,
Yeah,
and versus being just like, all right, well, we're headed from
1 to
the
50.
Shire to Breland, then over to the Lowlands, then back up to the Downs, and then over to the Barrow Downs, and over to here, and over to. You get the point, but it's just like that mentality of just constantly having to run back and forth on things that don't mean much to a lot of people. Like, it's cool to experience the first time, like, oh my god, this is so much fun wandering through Agmar, and then after you've done it once, you're like, my god, I never want to come back to this place ever again.
No. Yeah, and it's each of the stories, the only one that really is weak in the late, and it's only the later part, is the Jedi Counselor. But of the other stories, anyone you play, fantastic story. And the expansions are exceptional too, so I mean, it's a lot of fun. So our goal is to get our characters level 80 on the dark side, get through the chapter 3. And we're already having fun with the light side because I'm running around with Rambam, that potato head, as Exar Kun and Ula Quildroma, and we're reliving to get over the galaxy. We're playing that shit dark side. I play him. I get to role play him as a shitty, cocky, arrogant asshole, and he plays him as the cocky but honor bound kind of Jedi and stuff. We play it the way the characters are played, and Karth and BCM sit there and laugh their ass off as we do it, because they're playing the scoundrel and the soldier mission with that. So it's a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun with that mission, with the light side, because we are definitely going to try to take over the galaxy. Oh, Karth, our group, the boys shall rule and dominate, and it shall be beautiful.
Exar Kun, that name sounds familiar.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I was giving you a perfect segue to.
No, you weren't.
To do a sponsorship for Lore with Idiots.
Well, we do have that's not where I thought you were going. I think you just changed it up on me because I know where your brain was going. I don't know if I'd call that role playing range. Well, it is to me, and it's my world, and I'm living in it, so it is to me. Good enough for me. Yeah, if you want to check out the lore video, I'm going to try to get the next one in this week. It's a lot of work. I have to sit here for hours cutting the video and adding all the little funny memes and stuff and listening to it and downloading memes and GIFs and thinking about it. So yeah. What else? 3? I will ban your ass. I love you, brother, but if you don't do that. Wasn't he the leader of the Klingons at one point? All right. Okay. You want to go down this path? 103? You will get timed out. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Star Trek, but don't do it. Don't you do it. But yeah, if you want to listen to the Star Wars Lore with Idiots, you can. So, you guys got about 4 minutes left, and then we're gonna end the stream here. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me.
For the VIPs, I did post us going in to do the recording. The VIPs can see what it's like when we go to do the recording.
That's how you guys feel. I feel a whole lot different.
I do like how Ram's the black guy. I feel like that's really on point.
Yeah, it's true.
For a second there, I was like, that doesn't, and I was like, wait, yes, it does.
Yeah, that makes total sense. If they brought X Arcoon to the game, you're damn right I would. I mean, there's certain characters like X Arcoon, Darth Bane, Tula Cord. I would go ham on. I would prostitute myself. Like True Revan, Dark Revan. You know, for a minute, I'd sell myself. I sell my soul to the devil. You damn right I would. But we all have characters like that we're like, yes. Actually, we kind of covered the Eternal Twins again here recently. We did Vitiate, and we covered them a little bit. They'll get their own lore video again. I'll go deep into the Arkan, Thexan, and Valen saga with the siblings of Eternal Throne power play. But yeah, I mean, I originally did one years ago when I was doing the lore video myself, but with the idiots, yeah, we got to cover it. This last one was pretty interesting. I kind of changed it up a little bit because I want to do something different because we've been covering the Sith so much. Like, let's mix it up a little bit, and that was actually a fun video. The idiots were on point, but it was a lot of fun. You guys will get it soon. And if you're a VIP, last thing we'll say is if you're a Patreon, you get the lore videos earlier. You get input on it. So, yeah. Think about coming to Patreon. Support the channel if you get to $1,000. Then we're gonna have Rambam do the Lore Master, and I get to fuck with him, and that'll be great.
It'll be great.
I may just create a tier called "I Don't Give a Fuck" tier, $250. I saw some other people that did that on Patreon. I was like, oh my god, people really did that. Oh Jesus.
You know what you should do? Like, you know how one of your kind of incentives is like anytime you're on stream, you'll do a roster review.
Yeah.
So if you do the 250, anytime you're on stream, you'll do a shoey.
Oh God. No. It would need to be like on a redeem basis. You couldn't have Ranger streams 6 days a week.
Yeah, you get one redeem a month of a shoey.
Yeah,
you have that tier. Yeah, I'll actually. You know what? I'll add that tomorrow. Remind me. If you do that,
because
then you can
like if you want to do the Torture Ranger tier where you get a shoey redemption at will once a month, then go nuts. But Jesus Christ, anytime he's on stream, Ranger would be just tanked. Because I know like a dozen of us would just subscribe to that for the 1 month and then just get Ranger pissed every lunch stream.
Yeah, I would be in the hospital. We actually will call it the Torture the Ranger tier. I'm gonna do that, dude. That'll be funny. All right, we're gonna end the stream now. Thanks you guys for hanging out with us. We got the video coming up in 5 minutes. So please go check out the review. Not a good review. I was very pissed about this episode. So was Cash. God almighty. Bad Batch, man. The highs are really high and the lows are really low. That's all I got to say about this goddamn show, man.
Next week, Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Mandalorian next week.
And we will be reviewing The Mandalorian.
Isn't there still 4 more episodes of Bad Batch, right?
5, I think. 5 more. Yeah. 6 more.
Yeah, that's what.
16.
6 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 6 more. 16 episodes.
I'm just like, especially with the animated stuff, I'm a big proponent of just waiting till the whole thing's out and then binging it.
Well, even if you binge it, there's a lot of filler, man.
Yeah,
but you get through it faster. Like that's all I care about.
Yeah, you can skip
the filler. Doesn't seem.
Yeah,
the filler doesn't seem so bad when you can just jump.
Episode 3 is phenomenal. 7 and 8 is really phenomenal. 6 is really good. The others are just filler bullshit. 9 wasn't bad because there were some good character moments. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's do this. And then they did this episode today. I'm like, fuck off. You know, really, really, this is what you're gonna give us? Fuck off. You know, this is not what I was expecting because there were so many different routes that me and Cash were both expecting to happen, and it didn't happen. It could still happen. You know, BK, we could get some good stuff in the next couple episodes, but as I said in the review, spoilers, they better start picking it up or they're gonna lose me. I mean, I won't be excited. They're gonna have to come big. They either come correct or don't come at all. You know, that's all I gotta say. So we'll see what happens. So. All right, with that, we're going to call it done. So thanks for joining us today. Get ready in 3 minutes to go watch. Please go watch the review. It really does matter. Leave comments on what you think of Bad Batch. It's very much appreciated. Whether you like it or not, both are appreciated. Leave comments on the videos because it gets our algorithm up and, you know, get some conversation started about this stuff. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe for this. Think about coming to Patreon. Blah, 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 blah. All right, everybody, I'm going to bed. I got to be up tomorrow, work out, and I got to go stream and do other fun stuff. So there you go. That's right. What else? Anything? That's what she said. So everyone have a great rest of your night. We love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we will talk to you soon.